What is up? My name is Josh Helmuth, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get a job faster, especially in TV news, no matter where you're at in your career. Come here. Come here. I want to show you to the people. Come here. This is Amber. Amber, say hi to everybody. Say hello. Nap time? Yeah, I think it's nap time. It really is nap time, by the way. Notice the kennel now in my shot. Dog dad gotta do what dog dad gotta do. So as we get started, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, really bad dad jokes, if you want to ask about my puppy, please comment below. We'd love to connect with you. So I've been working in broadcast news about 12 years combined. I took a sabbatical from like 2008 to 2012, decided to get back in the business, and it took a long time. 6 months, over 60 resumes and reels sent out across the country before I finally got my first phone call. Wasn't fun. 8 years later, 4 jobs later, I want to share with you what I wish I knew then. 2020 Josh wants to talk to 2012 Josh and be like, dude, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong. All of it, you're doing it wrong. Rule number 1, your reel has to be on point. Has to be a fantastic reel. You have to get the news director's attention right away. If they don't like the first 15, 20 seconds, they move on. Because this job industry is so competitive, this broadcast industry in particular is so competitive, that they can literally get hundreds of tapes for one position. And if they don't like what they see right away, they're gonna move on. So have a mentor look it over. Make sure you get some good feedback before you start sending it out. If you want help on what your reel should look like, contact me, let me know. I'm happy to give advice. As this YouTube channel evolves, I will have a link, a card up in this video, as well as a link in the description detailing what a good reel should look like, something solid for you. All right, second tip, you need to network. But Josh, how can I network when I'm applying across the country in states and cities I've never even been in? I highly recommend a book by Steve Dalton. He's a Duke professor. It's the sole reason I really think I got this job, my dream job here in Colorado Springs. It's called the 2-Hour Job Search. It's not gimmicky at all. He walks you step by step on how to network out of state with groups and tribes you don't know much about at all. It's all about informational interviews. I highly recommend reading it. I can honestly say that he teaches you how to network without being schmoozy, without feeling weird and awkward, but being confident and actually getting a response, connecting to people who really want to help you. I connected with Heather Scold, an anchor here in Colorado Springs, who's amazing. And because we talked on the phone, she passed on my resume to her boss, and then he hired me. It was amazing, and I can't believe it worked. It was a lot of hard work, don't get me wrong, but that book really changed the game for me. Also, I'll have a link for that book in the description below. Hope you check it out. It really helps a ton. I cannot vouch for it enough. Also, check out conferences. There are several, dozens upon dozens of conferences you can go to in the business. NAB, NABJ, IRE, just to name a few. I'll have the links to those in the description as well, along with a link to Pointer, which is a great resource out of Florida, who teaches young journalists and veteran journalists alike on how to further their careers and just be better at their jobs. And when you go to these conferences, you're gonna meet a lot of great people, a lot of boosters who want to help. From what I've been told, I have a lot of colleagues who have gone to these conferences. They say it's totally worth it. They can get costly, but find something within your budget, fly out there, meet some great people, be willing to network. You'll find some boosters who want to help you because they've been in your shoes. They know what it's like to just be starting out or just be really frustrated when you feel like you're stuck somewhere and you want to advance your career. You'll meet people who want to help you. All right, next tip, be willing to move anywhere. I know you've probably heard this before, but there's a reason a lot of us start out in Fargo, Bakersfield, Cheyenne, quaint cities, right? Charming, small, but they don't pay great. Unless you're like the news director slash lead anchor slash chief photographer, you'll be eating a lot of ramen and a lot of those like Marie Callender frozen meals. Try to avoid those, way too much sodium. Heart health, right? But if you work really hard, you gain a lot of experience, they're great places to make your early mistakes. You'll eventually work your way up the ladder and get to where you want to be. Amber. No bitey. Bite on your bone. Besito. Besito. Kisses. Kisses, no bites. No combo meal. That was the bite kiss combo. Next, your social media has to be clean. All right? How many times have we seen someone actually lose their job because of a really bad tweet? Don't be that guy. Just be a good person. Now, if you are a good person, maybe you have great qualities like, I don't know, kindness, humility, self-awareness, you probably have nothing to worry about. But even if you have anything questionable, maybe a biased political opinion, just scrub it. And if you question something you might have put in high school or college, just delete it, start a new account. Trust me, it might get you, save you a lot of heartache in the long run, all right? There's several times news managers, it's the first thing they do. They look at social media, and if they see anything questionable, they're gonna go with the other person for that interview or that hire, and chances are you'll never even know that's the reason they passed you up. Numero 5. All right, believe it or not, tvjobs.com is still a good resource to look for jobs. It looks the exact same. They haven't updated it since maybe ever. It looks the exact same as it did in 2006 when I was looking for my first job. But when I decided to get back into broadcasting in 2013, that's where I found my job. That's where I looked for 6 months in 2012, and it took a while, but still, nonetheless, it's a good resource. There are postings there every single day for a small membership fee. But on the other hand, if you want to get a little ahead of the game, a little more extra work, go to each career website. Does that make sense? I don't think I said that right. Go to each company website. Know who owns these TV stations. We're talking about Cox, Scripps, Nexstar, Sinclair, Tegna. There's countless of them. ABC, Disney, right? So like a place like Tegna, you're gonna go to their company page, their career page, and you can actually sign up for alerts, and they'll alert you when a job in your specific field becomes available. And then sometimes, most of the time, those jobs are actually posted on the company page first before anywhere else. Next, know the news that's going on in your market, your potential market, before you go out for that interview. So you scored the interview, they fly you out, you get there, they have the morning meeting at typically 9:30 a.m. If you come in and you know exactly what's been going on in that city for the past week, the past month, you can pitch some great story ideas. You throw something out in the meeting that's really unique. The reporters and the managers can use that day that the producers love. You're gonna knock their socks off. They're gonna love it. Once you get that interview in person, once they fly you out there, it's usually a 1 or 2 day process. If you come out and you look professional, ready to go, ambitious, you throw out great story ideas, you know what's going on in that community, you're gonna get the job. And finally, last tip, this goes without saying, I hope, but just be confident. Be yourself. Be your best self, but be yourself. And even during the phone interview, make sure you dress for success. Wear something nice. Stand up. If you're in your pajamas and you're sitting down and you're too lackadaisical, it's gonna come through in your voice. You're not gonna sound confident. You're not gonna sound ambitious, and you could lose out on getting that next round of interviews. And a friend of mine who is a reporter in DC said it really well. He said, and remember, rejection doesn't mean you're not qualified. This business can be wacky. You're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities, and sometimes they'll pull a contract at the last second. It can be really tough, but most of the time, it's nothing personal, all right? You can get passed over in this business for the wrong hair color sometimes. Just make sure you become confident, you put your best foot forward, you work really hard, you're gonna get a job eventually. Don't let this face fool you. She's actually hell on wheels. And now for the bonus. This comes from my buddy who is an anchor, reporter, a big political guy for WXYZ in Detroit, Michigan, Brian Abel. Look at his resume. This is the coolest resume I've ever seen. He said he used it with Adobe InDesign. I love the headshot. I love the little meters. I love that it shows his associations he's a part of, which he says he thinks it really shows you how dedicated he is to his craft. He said he went to this website. There's a link in the description below, and he downloaded a template. He modified it to make it personal. And this is just the coolest thing I've ever seen. So if you want to do something like this, again, there's a link in the description below. It doesn't cost very much from what I understand, very affordable. And if you really want to just go the extra mile, again, your reel is what really matters. But if you really want to catch their attention with your resume as well, I thought this resume is just one of the coolest things I've ever seen when it comes to resumes, because most managers look at a resume for 10 seconds. You're gonna catch their eye with something like this. I really hope you got value from this video, guys. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below, because I'd really like to hear from you. I'm really here to help. Do I know everything? No. I know a little bit about a lot, so I really wanna come out and help. Like I said, I've learned so much over the past 12 years, especially the last 7 years. And I want to help people as much as I can. I'm learning like everybody else, but I do feel like I have something to offer. And if you comment, hit me up. I'm on all the social medias, the face space, all of it. Let me know if I can help in any way. Thanks for watching.